Let me know. Okay, we're recording. We're good. All right. Hello, everybody. How is everybody feeling? Are you guys ready to run this month and promote? Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to be a good month. But I wanted to talk to you guys about scheduling. I know with summer, it's going to be like crazy hectic. Your kids are home. Well, I guess kids have been home for a long time now. But you guys, I have a calendar that I go by every single day, or I try to. It's just like a little schedule. I just went on Google and I printed it off. It starts at 6 a.m. and it ends at 11 o'clock at night. So I have in there scheduled. I'll show you what it looks like. It's just right here. You're not going to be able to see exactly like what all it is, but I have everything highlighted on what I do. This is 11 o'clock. That's just what it has on Google. So like right away in the morning, I'll do like 15 minutes of self-development before I do anything else, you guys. That is the most important thing you can do every single day. Do your self-development. I like to do, like right away in the morning, I like to pray, or we'll read out of my book. I have like the Hi God, one more thing, or I'll watch a sermon, something you guys have to like fill your body first. So you need to get, not your body, fill your mind first, like fill up your cup and just make sure your mind is right. Hold on, somebody unmuted themselves. I think, okay, they muted, they muted themselves again. I can't talk. Sorry, my kids got me all flustered. Okay, so then I sit down and I work because I try to get up at 6 a.m. You guys know I've kind of been struggling with it, but I'm trying to be better. It's just chaos at my house. Like I said, summer is crazy for a lot of us. So I encourage every single one of you guys tonight to print off a calendar or just write one down in a notebook on a piece of paper. I just use highlighters for like the hours I work are purple. So I try to work at least 4 hours a day. I do this as like full-time. You guys know that this is my full-time job. And I only put in 4 hours of work a day. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's a little bit less, but 4 is what I shoot for every single day. And when I'm doing those 4 hours, I make sure that they're intentional. It's not just me scrolling through my Facebook. It's not me checking volume for like 5 hours, whatever, you guys. You don't need to be on your eSuite all day. You can check your volume at night. You can check your enrollments at night. If you need to move a customer, you can do it at night. It doesn't have to be right away as soon as you enroll them. I mean, it's crazy when you're going for promotions, but stay connected with your team and make sure that you know exactly where they're placing a customer, a distributor, whatever. You guys need to be really in contact with them. So right away in the morning, I get my hosted post out. I follow up. I usually make a post, or I'll like show myself making my coffee, making my celery, just doing all the things. And then I make time for the kids. Like I do breakfast. I do a little bit more self-development for like 15 minutes. We do breakfast and clean up after breakfast. And then I get the kids occupied, and then I get back to work for 1 hour. And then I have like these white spaces are just free time. So I could fit work into there. I could clean, whatever. First, you guys, I didn't even ask this. I was going to ask it for earlier. What promotion are you guys going for this month? Put it in the chat. Are you going for executive, ruby, emerald, diamond, double, triple, prez, ambassador, whatever, you guys? What are you going for this month? Even if it's just like signing your first distributor, that's huge. Like I want to know what you guys are going for. I know some of you guys are working for double promoting this month, which is really exciting. Just skipping emerald and going right to diamond, or skipping ruby and going right to emerald, whatever it is, you guys, you need to be disciplined with your time though. Like that's one thing that I want to preach. You have to be disciplined with your time, because you can sit, if you guys, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you guys sit down to work and you catch yourself scrolling through Facebook and it's like 10 minutes later, or you're scrolling through TikTok and it's like 10 minutes later and you're like, I didn't do anything. I have an hour to work my business, but I'm sitting here doing nothing, absolutely nothing for my business right now. So you guys be really disciplined about what you're doing. When you have like, if you're doing a power hour, if you're doing it by yourself, whatever, send messages for 10 minutes, however long you do it. Don't reply to those messages right back. You want to get as many hosted post messages out as you can when you're sitting there sending messages. And then next, this is one, you guys, if you're moms, even if you're not moms, do you feel like when you're going for promotions, you do not have time to clean up your house? You should have seen my house when I was going for triple. Oh my God, it looked like a freaking disaster. It looked like a tornado went through. So I have time on my chart where I clean. There's only a half an hour of it, but you can get a lot done in a half an hour. But I have those small, like those little light times where I can do whatever, or I can clean up before bed, whatever. But don't get so overwhelmed and just, you seriously could beat yourself up. Like going for promotions, you guys don't want to lose your mind. It's absolutely nuts going for promotions, but you guys want to stay really disciplined with your schedule. And I encourage you guys, if you don't have one, to make a schedule. I actually have a half an hour on my chart or on my little calendar, 1:30. So like at 1 o'clock, it's me and the kids. Well, like from like 11:30 to 12:30, it's me and the kids. Like it's lunch, we're cleaning, we're playing, we're doing all the things. And then it's cleaning, kids for another half an hour. And then I sit down at my desk and I do my follow-ups. So I'm going to be reaching out to people who posted for me. And I'm just going to be like, hey, thank you for posting for me. Would you mind, or do you want more information about the product? Whatever. Or I'll be following up with distributors, potentials, my team, whatever, whoever needs to be followed up with, I'm going to follow up with them. I have a designated half an hour for follow-ups every single day, and that's going to help. Like people get lost in the sauce all the time. Like when you guys are going for promotions, like we will forget to write their names down or something, or you have somebody on your team who's a really, really quiet, like they're really, really yellow, and like you love them, whatever, but you can forget like to reach out and see how they're doing because they're so quiet. Like people work quiet, but we need to stay connected with our team, and you need to see if they need help with anything. Like it's hard. Like you don't want to go for a promotion yourself, so you want to be reaching out to everybody on your team. So you guys just stay dedicated to your schedule. Find what works for you. So let's say you work a 10-hour shift. Let's say you have a 10-hour day at work. I'm just going from like when I used to work at the nursing home, how I would fit this into my schedule. So I would get up at 6 and I would get ready for work, and then I'd go to work. I'd get home at like 4, do all the kids things. But you guys, you can wake up a half an hour early. It sounds like hell, but it helps. So waking up early before your kids and before you start your day, do a little self-development. Do your self-development while you're sending out those host-to-post messages, because what's the first thing that people look at when they wake up in the morning? It's their phone. Like you want to be the first person that they see. Maybe sometimes they won't be happy about that, but some people, like maybe somebody was like going to sleep worrying about money the night before, and that's all they're thinking about while they're sleeping, and then they wake up and they're still stressed. You pop into their inbox and be like, hey, we're giving away $50 cash to 10 people this month. And they're like, oh my gosh, like I could win $50. I really need that to pay my gas for this week or whatever. You never know. You never know. So get those messages out, be disciplined with your time. And then like when you get off of work, do what you got to do. But you guys, I used to, like thinking back when I used to work a full-time job, I'd get home, we'd do all the things with the kids, we'd clean the house, do the laundry, all the things. And then I would sit down and watch TV and scroll through Facebook. So if you guys are brand new and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to fit this in, you guys are already on Facebook, you can sit down and send those messages, follow up with people, do all the things. Just make your schedule that works best for you. You have, let's say you have 2 15-minute breaks during your day. What are you doing? Scrolling through Facebook. You could be sending out post messages. You don't need to reply to those messages right away. You can reply to them at night. People, if they want the product, they're going to respond to you right away. They'll be waiting for your message. So just don't feel like if you don't message them back right away that they're going to lose interest, because most of the time, if they really want it, they'll wait for you to answer back. But that's pretty much all I have with like making a schedule. You guys, I really encourage you to do it tonight. If you have troubles like doing it, you can always reach out to your upline. You can reach out to me. I'm sure Bethany and Jess don't care if you reach out to them. I can send you what mine looks like. And then I wanted to just talk about like you guys promoting. So a lot of you guys were going for like Ruby, right, this month. A lot of you guys are like pretty new, and you're kind of probably thinking, how am I going to get 3 distributors? Or maybe you have 3 distributors and you're not a mass enroller. How am I going to bring in all this volume? Post a post. Literally, just work your business and contact your distributors underneath of you. If you didn't sign them and you've never really been in contact with them, and maybe they were placed under you by somebody else, reach out to that person that placed them underneath of you and ask them if they can connect you. Because like me, I've had so many people that I've had them help sponsor, and building those connections. Carly, I'm going to put you in the spotlight really quick. You don't have to answer anything, but Carly, her and Carla, she sponsored Carla, and they connected right away. You never know who's going to click and who's not. And if you guys don't click, that's totally fine. Like your upline who placed them can still help them. But be connected, and just don't freak out when you see that number. Like count your volume tonight. If you guys haven't, put a 1 in the chat if you guys have your projected volume and your charts done for this month. I want to see. Hopefully most of you guys do. If you guys don't know how to chart, there's some really good Zooms on, I think there's some on Freedom Over Fear, or you guys can reach out to your upline. You guys have so many people that you can reach out to help you with your charts. But you guys know your projected volume. Break it down into how much volume you need per day. So let's say you are, I'm just going to say easy number. You're 29 orders away because there's 29 days left of this month. That's just 1 Thermofite X a day. That's 1 order a day. So you take so let's say you want Ruby, and that's 2,000 all over. That's 2,000 volume all over. subtract that from whatever your projected volume is. And let's say it's, I'm not going to do math right now, but let's say it breaks it down into 29 orders. So you take that top number, whatever it is from 2000, divide it by 31, and that's how far you are away. And when you break it down like that, 1 order a day, and you guys have a team of 3 people, that's so simple. So simple. Just don't overthink it. If you need a distributor, you guys just share your story. Share it all the time. Right now, you guys is a huge deal. They can join for $48. You guys can get a $150 fast start bonus. They can get a $150 shopping spree. Don't be scared to reach out to those people that you're like, this person is really, really good at this business. They have such a good network, but I'm scared. What if they say no? That's the worst they can say is no. Like if they're rude, there's a block button on Facebook. There's a block button on Instagram. You don't have to sit there and just argue with them about the business. But you guys just get out of your comfort zone a little bit and just reach out to those people that you think would be good at this business, because it helps when you have a good, strong team and you have a really good connection with them. And I'm going to show you this really quick. I made this today. So this is like a thermometer. I have a goal to reach 55,000 by the end of this month. And so we're going to fill it up every single day. I encourage you guys, every single one of you, if you're going for a promotion, if you're not going for a promotion, make one of those, whatever it is, a thermometer, a temperature thing, whatever, temperature gauge, whatever it's called, make one of those. And so what I'm doing is, okay, I'm going to show you how I did it. So like today we're at like 1,700 volume. I don't know exactly what we're at, but I'm just going like I have the little 1,000, 1,000, 5,000, 1,000, 1,000, 2,000, or 10,000, not 2. But I'm just going to fill it every single day. So when orders run, it's going to obviously jump. And we're going to keep jumping. And at the end of the day, I'll fill it in the rest of the way from what it was at the end of the day today. And that just makes it a little bit of fun. And like share it with your team, share it with whoever. But let's say you guys are Ruby or you're rebuilding, whatever. You don't really know what you want for this month. You guys figure it out. You guys still have a lot of time to the rest of the month. So maybe you want to bring in 500 volume by the end of the month. Make a little pie chart. You can count it down. One of my kids is down here. But you can count it down and it's fun. It's a lot of fun doing that. Like this kid. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, and I'm just excited. Oh my gosh, this girl. I'm just really excited to see all of you guys promote this month, and don't lose your minds. Make your calendars and do your little gauge right now, or not right now, after this Zoom, well, after the next Zoom after this, before you go to bed, make your little chart. Okay, I'm done. Piper's gonna be really loud.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to talk a little bit about like the importance of self-development. I know Jill kind of touched on it a little bit about how, you know, she prays every morning and she reads a book or watches a sermon. And when I first started, everyone told me how important self-development was. And I was not a person who poured into myself on a regular basis. So I was like, whatever, you guys, like, this is a Christian company. You guys just, you do you and I'll do me. Like, I don't need that stuff. But I was in a really bad place. I found, you know, I had a lot of like bad relationships in my past that just slowly creeped in and stayed there. So I didn't know that how much I needed self-development. So I did pretty good the first couple of months of my business, and then I hit a lull, and I was like, okay, so maybe they keep preaching it. I'm going to try it. So I would listen to podcasts or I think that was mainly what I would listen to, like motivational, like YouTube videos and podcasts and stuff. And I noticed that I became more confident in myself. Those little voices would creep in that, you know, I couldn't do it. Who was I to think that I could ever amount to anything? I don't deserve this stuff. This is who I am. This is who I'll always be. Those voices would still creep in, but I was able to like combat them. I was able to be like, I'll show you who I am. You know, like I had more confidence in myself. Self-development can be hard. It really can be. When it's not something that you're used to, it can be hard to force yourself to take time for yourself, especially if you guys are a mom. You know that any spare moment you have, it's the house, it's the kids, it's your husband, it's your partner, it's whoever it is, but it's never you. And when you finally take that transition, whether it's in the car blaring your stereo singing Shania Twain, that can be self-development, because that's something for you. Or I started working out. I hate working out, but I forced myself to do it. But I put on like Joe Rogan in the background, or Ed Milet, or sometimes I just listen to like Spice Girls, and that works for me. I'm not gonna lie. But do whatever like feels good for you. Whether, I mean, that can just be as simple as going for a drive too. If you are, a really religious person, throw on a sermon. This company has grown my faith as well. I mean, I've always been religious and had faith, but I've like I said, becoming more confident in myself. I've grown closer to God, and I love that I can say that now, because before I never could. So every morning I pray every night before I go to bed, and I thank God for everything that he did for me that day. And I pray every morning. I pray over all of you guys every single morning. I'm going to get so emotional, so I'm really sorry, just by the way. But I pray over you guys every single morning, and that we are able to reach out to those who need help with their lifestyle changes, with those who need financial changes, with to like have God show us the direction to reach out to these people and give us the patience to work with them, because they don't know that they need us yet. So I do that every morning, and then I read out of my devotional. And so I do that before I even look at my phone. I don't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Tiff, or I don't know who it was, to be honest, but they said, do not open your phone until you do self-development, because you cannot pour into anybody else until you pour into yourself. And that your mood right when you wake up sets your mood for your day. So I don't look at my phone at all until I pray and read my devotional. And then I open my phone and I like send some messages, reply to whatever I missed during that night or whatever. It has been like, so that's what I do every day. And I've found out recently that I need a lot more this month because if you don't know, I hit double last month. And when I started back in October of 2018, I kept telling Bethany I was going to hit double. That was my goal. I could hit double and I could be home with my babies. And my kids, they know all of my promotions. They know what I'm going for all the time. So they're always asking me, when are you going to be home? You hit this, does that mean you get to be home all the time? You did this, does that mean we get to go to like Disneyland? So they know all of my promotions and stuff. And I finally did it. And it doesn't feel, not that it doesn't feel good, but it's like a really mixed feeling of, I'm so excited and so happy, and I'm so sick to my stomach because I actually did it. And then I have these thoughts that are, you don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve that double diamond title. You don't deserve that $35,000 bonus, and you don't deserve to not work full time and to spend these times with your kids. And sorry. But those voices keep creeping in, and they are just really, really loud right now. And it like is physically making me sick. So self-development is like super important. And I am like seeing that I wasn't doing enough, because I need even more right now to get these voices out of my head. And so whether that is listening to more podcasts or like taking a drive or going for a walk or whatever it is, but I know that talking about it with Bethany and my mom this morning helped. So even just having a little like girl time power, a little powwow or whatever, but just know that those voices in your head are not real. They are circumstantial from your past, and that you guys are all here because you're where you need to be. you all started this business for a reason, and God put that reason in your heart, and you are here because you need to be here. And make sure that those voices don't creep in and don't tell you otherwise, because you guys all deserve this so much, so much. So sorry, I got a little emotional, but that was it. I just want you guys to know the importance of pouring into yourselves, because you guys all deserve it. That's it. I'm done.
Oh my gosh, don't apologize. That was so good. That was so good. And I think it's so good for everyone on here to see like leaders be, especially like your personal upline, be like raw and vulnerable and be able to say like, I have doubts creep in too. Like I have fears creep in too, but like this is what I'm doing to combat it. Like I know that like we're gonna go through seasons of our business, and you know I think for a lot of people it's like, especially maybe if you had a lull in your business, all of a sudden I feel like we all felt like this. If you were in the business last year, there was just this lull and you really felt like you were never going to get out of the hole. It's like, when is this going to be over? Like we're digging, we're trying to get ourselves out. And then finally, you know, after conference, everything just kind of exploded and it's all happening so fast. Like you went from, you know, maintaining something, not maintaining something, you know, for a while, and then all of a sudden you're diamond, double diamond. Like that can't make sense to our brain sometimes. And so just know that you're so deserving, and I'm so glad we had that talk this morning. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna kind of swap to, they kind of talked about like the goody feely stuff, and I'm gonna talk about the host stuff, which is kind of boring, but how to work your business. Okay, so you need a schedule, you need self-development, but you also need to know how to work your business. And so I want to talk to you guys about something I've been doing, and I know I voiced it in the Dream Seekers chat earlier, but if you're not in that chat, I know not everyone's in that chat because it's more of like a hype, you've gotten your 6 customers, like more fast-paced, so some of you might not be in there yet. So I wanted to share what I was doing, but also along with that, I totally thought I was in this meeting. I was, and it must have kicked me off. Hold on one second, let me sign in so I can share script. But I have been doing something, you guys, and it's working so well for me. So I was on we were on a Zoom not that long ago, and they were talking all about just upselling and how it's a choice. And I'm like, what do you mean it's a choice? Like, of course, like I give people option to buy more products. Like, why wouldn't I? I don't understand this. And they're like, no, like you tell yourself that that you sign no less than a certain amount, like a volume of customer, and that's all you do. And you're not going to accept anything less than that. And so anyways, that was just like so cool to me that you just make that decision, because I'm like, I'm not the one paying the money. So how can I decide something for someone else? But it's all about confidence. It's all about how you talk to people. It's about how you talk. You don't talk about prices. You don't talk about products. You talk about routine. You talk about this is what you need to get to where you want to go. So I think that it's so crucial that we just start talking about this right away, especially with those of you that are newer, so that you, like this verbiage is just something that comes naturally to you right away. And it's not something that, okay, this is how I've been doing it for so long, and now I'm trying to retrain myself of like how I talk to people about products and stuff. So I think it's super, super important that we just start doing this right away. So I want to go over a little bit about Host to Post. I'm going to put the script. So if you guys don't have the script for Host to Post, this is just what we use. And it talks about a giveaway. So if you don't know what the giveaway is, you just go to Freedom Over Fear, type in giveaway. Every single month we do a cash giveaway. There's four giveaways, and they are once a week. And Jess is actually, she's, you see one of the boxes, she's actually the one that like puts it all together and does everything. So you would actually pay her your $10, and that gets you into every single giveaway for the month. It's not $10 every single week. But if you want to be a part of that, they work so well. It's a great way to expand your network, especially when you're new. Maybe you jump in, you know, for me, I had a little bit more, I had a decent amount of friends just for the fact of like the business that I came from before I was here, like what I was doing. But like, for instance, I know Jess only had like 200. It's a good way to start building your network right away, because if you don't have very many friends, you're going to make it through that friends list really fast, and you don't want to not build your network now. And all of a sudden, you know, you make it through all 200 friends, and you're like, okay, but like, who do I message now? You know, who do I? And the cool thing about we call it your war market, is when you join, all of those people have been your friends for a long time. So you can just naturally message them, and they don't think it's weird. but we don't condone cold messaging as far as like not building relationships. We're all into building relationships. I do not want you guys to add someone on Facebook and instantly go message them 2 seconds later, unless they commented on a hosted post and said, hey, send me information. Then you can add them and go message them right away because they gave you permission to. But I do not, like, none of us want you to add someone on Facebook and instantly send them a hosted post message. That's not what we're doing. We're in the business of building relationships. And so that's what you'll see. So just says, hey girl, quick question. Not asking you to buy anything. I don't know if you saw, we're doing a huge giveaway on Monday. And so you can use the same one every single week because our giveaways always get drawn on Monday. So you don't have to switch it up. And then she says, can I give you a post to throw up on your wall for me? In return, I can get you entered into my giveaway. And most of the time they will say yes, you guys, most of the time. Sometimes they'll say, no, thank you. And you're like, okay, no problem. And you just move on. But most of the time they will say yes. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to give them a hosted post to throw up. Now, I will send you guys some in here that you can use, but you are going to kind of find those ones that really work well for your market. So you can try to use, there's a coffee one, there's a TFX one. I personally know that coffee just works better on my network right now. I don't know what it is about it. It's just the people that I have in my network, and they respond way better to coffee host posts than they do TFX host to post. But I still switch it up. I'll usually do like 3 coffee and then 1 TFX, and then 3 coffee and then 1 TFX. I kind of just switch it up because I also don't want to just be stuck in like putting myself in one group. Because what if someone does want to see the Thermal Fidex and I didn't give them up the opportunity? So this is the coffee one. Make sure that you guys change it to your name. I totally was new and I would do that and I would send it and it would say, my friend Rachel. It's like, no, don't put that up, okay? So make sure that you change it to your name. But this coffee one is working great. And this is where I kind of want to talk about the upselling is with the coffee one. Okay, so you'll see at the end it says, who do I know who drinks coffee already and would love to get healthier, lose weight, blah, 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 blah. And it talks about the different flavors, okay? So this is something that I've been doing that has been working very, very well for me. So probably the last 4 customers I've signed have been coffee customers. When I get in the conversation with them, so your friend is putting this post up, right? Your friend put this post up, and then people are going to start commenting. You're going to add those people on Facebook, and then once they accept your friend request, you will message them and say, hey, thanks so much for commenting. The scripts are all on Freedom Over Fear, or your upline can share them. I'm not going to share them all in here, or it would just be like flooded with messages. But it talks about what flavor do you want, okay? What flavor do you want? Now, what do we know about coffee is that some people like to drink the same coffee every single day, but some don't. So I've noticed a lot of people are saying, I like mocha and caramel, or I think I like the French roast and the mocha. They're giving me like 2 options every single time. So why are we boxing them? Like, I was doing this myself. Why am I boxing them into they have to choose one or the other? Because I know me personally, I like to have variety. I like to switch it up. And what I've noticed is that my customers are getting their coffee and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm loving the mocha, but I don't so much like the caramel. It's too sweet for me. I want to do the mocha next time. So I'm getting them for 2 bags of coffee and the chocolate green, which is upselling in general. You guys, like, that's just upselling. So you're going from doing the caramel and doing the Mocha Dreams add-on. So if you don't know what that is, when you check a customer out personally, so you would put the caramel in the cart, and then when you hit checkout, the secret offer pops up, and it says, so-and-so, you unlocked a secret offer. Do you want to add on our chocolate greens and our keto coffee for a one-time order of $55? And most of the time, they say yes, okay? But what you're doing is, I already know that that's hot. I already know that that's going to pop up because it pops up for every single person. So I'm personally signing them up, and I'm saying, hey, guess what? I can get you our coffee, our caramel coffee for $39, and then I can add on our mocha for a special deal for you for only $55. So they're getting both coffees. So when they choose which one they like, then the next month, you guys, they want a full supply. So I'm automatically upselling for the next month. So try to do this. And plus, they're going to figure out which coffee they like. Maybe they like both, and then they want to be able to have both, okay? But it's creating a way, because the Mocha Dreams is a one-time. It's not going to be on their order next month. So the next month, this is where customer retention comes in really well. You have to follow up with them and say, hey, how did you like your coffee? Which flavor was your favorite? Did you like both? knowing those types of things. So when you have those conversations and they're like, you know, I loved both of them. Okay, perfect. Let's get you a bag of the Skinny Brew, a bag of the keto coffee, and add on the chocolate greens. You guys, it's like a 90 BB boil right there, where at first it was like 63 and you just added like 30 on by doing that. So I don't know why all of a sudden this just clicked in my head, but I was like, I'm doing this. And you guys, every single person was like, yeah, I do like variety. And I'm like, yeah, I do too. Like, why have I not been offering this to you? Because I'm the same way. Some of you guys you'll see, like, if you follow me on Instagram, I have this glass jar and it has all of our coffee in it. There's like, it has, you know, I can't think, our caramel, our latte, and our Skinny Brew in it. And I'll be like, which one am I feeling today? Because that's the kind of people we are. We like choice. We like variety. We like to be able to pick which one we're wanting today. Do you want to wake up every single morning and be like, I'm having caramel coffee for 30 days straight? I mean, maybe you do, but that's not who I am. So why am I not giving the option to my customers to do that? And you guys, I noticed also, I'm not telling people that the caramel are pods. I am not telling them that they're pods, because people get weird about like, oh, I have to cut the top off. And it's like, no, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm just telling them, oh, you want the caramel? Okay, perfect. And I'm not talking about the pods. When they get them, they're like, oh, I didn't realize this is pods. I don't have a Keurig. Oh, that's fine. And I'm just going into how you cut it off, and I give them the directions, and they're like, oh, okay, sounds good. That's easy enough, because they already had it. I'm not telling them before because it makes them weird about it. It's like, no, I know you're going to love this caramel coffee. And so I'm not telling them that they're pods, because when they get them, they're already stuck with them. So they're going to be like, oh, okay, how do I make it? And I will tell them, you know? So stop giving people, not stop giving them so many questions, but it's kind of like, you already know the answer to things, so just fill in the blanks for them. You don't have to ask them, hey, do you have a Keurig? Hey, do you have this? It's like, we know how to make it without a Keurig. So stop like complicating the process for yourself. Okay, I'm gonna send, so that's what I'm doing with the coffee, okay? And then here is the Thermofite X. Oh wait, hold on. I have two, so I use WordBoard, and I'm like just getting used to it, you guys. And so I have the TFX and then the TFX post to post next to it. And so, gosh, it's going to take forever. Someone might have to put the TFX post to post. It's going to take me forever to delete this. Hold on. I think I'm almost there. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So this is the TFX post to post. And this is one that we're using. It's working the best. You'll see there's like a little space after the up arrow. That's actually when you copy and paste it, it's a space down. So the first part of it is actually the host to post. You're fine, Jeff. Anyway, that's actually the host to post. So what I am doing with this is I am talking to people when they comment on it. You guys, again, I'm really good at talking about coffee because I drink it every single day. So when people say, I want to lose 30 pounds, a lot of people can lose 30 pounds on TFX, but you have to be really, really, really disciplined. You have to make a choice to change your lifestyle, and a lot of people don't. And what do we know? That our products work better together. So when I'm talking to people and they're interested in the Thermofite X, they comment on it, they say, yes, I'm in, or yes, I want info, and I message them. After after I give them the first thing that says this, okay, this is the comment that you send them. When they say yes, that they're interested. Hey girl, okay, it's all from, and it gives the thing. And then it says it's normally $65, but only $36 when, oh yeah, you have to change it. I always forget that. I have to change it myself when I do it. It's $39.50, $39.95, $39.95 for TFX now. I know I always do that. Anyways, when they say yes, I'm like, okay, perfect. Before I get your info, I want to walk you through just some of my, I always say this. I always say, I want to walk you through some of my favorite products. Or I'm like, okay, quick, I completely forgot to ask you this, but how much weight are you even wanting to lose? Like, I stop them in the conversation because I've already kind of got them hooked. They're excited. And I'm like, okay, I completely forgot to ask you, how much weight are you even trying to lose? Some of them say 7,500 pounds, okay? Like, they say this huge number. They'll be like, I want to lose 150 pounds, okay? Thermofite X is not going to do that. And so, yes, 7,500. Thermofite X is not going to do that. And it's not that our products don't work. It's just that that's a lot of weight to lose using one product. So you guys just sound like knowledgeable about what you're talking about. Hey, that is a great goal and we can totally do that, but I'm going to be honest. when you say that and they hear that you're being upfront with them and you're not just trying to sell them products, you say, hey, but I'm going to be honest. I don't think that Thermofite X alone is going to get you to your goal, to the goal that you desire. But hey, let me talk you through my routine. And I just start talking. Okay, every morning I wake up, I take my Thermofite X, and in 30 minutes, I drink our fat burning coffee. Do you drink coffee? And then I wait for their response. And they say, most of them say, yes, I drink coffee. Okay, perfect. So you're definitely going to want to add on our coffee because that's going to get you your goal weight a lot faster. What flavors do you like? And then I list out the flavors, and they normally put like 2 flavors out there. I'm like, okay, perfect. I can get you a bundle deal with that. Okay, do you drink pop? Because I always ask that for people for Super Reds because it's like that sweet, like poppy flavor. I don't know why. And no, at this point, I'm just typing this back and forth, Jackie. I'm just typing this part. And unless I'm driving, then I voice message. But if I'm typing, or if I'm just like at home, then I just type it out. And I'll say, do you drink pop? And most of them say, yes, it's like such a bad habit. And I say, oh my gosh, I used to drink Dr. Pepper every single day. And I literally love gas station fountain Dr. Pepper. Yes, with the bunny poop pellet ice, you guys, there's a specific kind of Dr. Pepper that I really like. Okay, it's so good from Casey's gas station. There's nothing like it. I don't care what you say in the styrofoam cup. It has to be a styrofoam cup. And anyways, that got on that whole rant. But but anyways, they'll be like, yes. And I'll be like, oh my God, girl, I feel you. Okay, so I have this drink that you have to have. It's called our Super Reds. I also mix it with our Hydrate. It creates a cherry, wild cherry limeade, and it's so freaking good. It helps cut my sugar, like, because I feel like I'm having the sugar in the wild cherry, even though I'm not. And it like helps me feel like I'm having a pop when I'm not having a pop. So you definitely are going to want that. Okay. And I'm just talking to them like this. And I learned this all from that girl that I can't say her name and I don't want to botch it. So I'm just not going to say it. But I learned that all from this girl. I'm like, why have I not been talking to our customers like this all along? And you guys, ever since then, I have not signed a customer for less than, I think, 60 BB. Like, I haven't signed a customer for one product since the beginning of last month because I'm having these conversations now. And it's helping. It's helping so much because I'm not a master. You guys, I signed 17 customers last month. Okay, that's not a lot of customers compared to a lot of people on here. But if you think about it, I signed 17 customers, and if they were all 60 GB, that's 1,000 volume just by myself, you know? So if you think about doing that, so I know now this month, okay, I know how to have these conversations really well now because I've had enough of them that everyone is like 70, 90, 120. Okay, if I sign 1790 by myself, that's 1,500. If I sign 17120 by myself, that's 2,040, you know? And that's like, what, I mean, if you sign 2,040, okay, divided by 31, which is like a normal TFX, right? That would take you 65 orders. And I did that in 17. Okay, you guys, like, that's freaking mind-blowing. Work smarter, not harder. I don't want to sign 65 customers for a TFX. I want to sign 17 and get them my daily regimen because I know that it works great and I love it. So if you guys start thinking about it like that and you start telling people this is the routine that I do. Yeah, you're doing the add-on Mocha Dreams. They fall in love with it. They have to upsell and do it and get it again next month, and they have to actually pay for it, like the actual pricing of it, you know? So make sure customer retention is so important, you guys. I took the day and I wrote a personalized thank you card to every single customer and put a Keto Energy or a Hydrate sample in every single one. Because that stuff is going to get you to keep your customers longer, and now they might fall in love with the Hydrate and then they want to add that onto their orders, you know? So you never know. But that, you guys, I really just want to talk about that because I've been so passionate about it, and I am thoroughly obsessed with learning something and then like going and actually like putting it into my business and making it work, and this has 100% worked. Okay, I think that was all I wanted to really talk about as far as host to post, upselling, and stuff like that. I really hope this helped you guys. This was, like you said, this was recorded, so make sure that as soon as you hop off here and we get the recording uploaded, you share this with your team. I know like a lot of our team is missing, but I just want to make sure that we're getting back to doing these every week. We used to do this every single week. And then promotion months get busy, and then we stop doing it. But this is what keeps us connected: is doing these Zooms every single week, sharing things that we're learning how to do, sharing, wins, updating people where we are volume wise, how close you guys are getting to your promotions and stuff like that. So I just love you guys. Jill or Jackie, did you want to say anything before we hop off?
I do want to add a few things. So you guys, I'm going to show you what I do every single month. Because kind of goes with what I was saying. Piper just like distracted me and I wasn't able to finish. Okay, so this is what I do every single month, you guys. I'm going to show you the last, I don't even know, 4 months. Okay, so I make, this is literally just a piece of paper out of my notebook, but I make a boxes on how many customers I want to get, how many distributors I want to get. And I'm going to get one that you can see like better. I'll just use this one. So I have my goal, whatever. I write their name. Don't just check off that box. I know I've said it about 1 million times. Write their names in there because it's a person, not a box. You guys want to have that connection with them. And like Bethany was saying, like getting them on the phone is awesome. Sometimes they don't have time to get on the phone, but you guys be in contact with them. Make sure, one thing, I never used to do this, but now I do it all the time. And I've been talking to my customers a lot more often. It takes a little bit more time, but a lot of my customers order like 2 to 3 times a month. We have so many APIs. Like Bethany can see my enrollments. We have so many APIs because people are like, oh my gosh, Jill's doing this. I've never tried this before. Or they message me, they're like, what are these reds that you keep drinking? Or what is this hydrate? What is this celery? Like all the things. And you guys just have an actual conversation. Don't be salesy. Like people ask me about the celery and I'm like, oh my, I literally voice message. I'm like, oh my God, it tastes so gross, but it works so good. I literally say that to them. Like, it tastes so bad. I'm used to it now. And I tell them that, like, I talk to him like I'm talking to you guys. Like I talk to him like it's a friend, because when you have those really, really good relationships with your customers, they're going to be there for the long run. I have a customer I signed in, I can't even remember. It was like December of 2018, and she is still ordering every single month. That was 2 months after I joined the business. She is still a loyal customer. She works at Dairy Queen. I see her when I go to Dairy Queen. I always ask for her. I'm like, come to the window. We have that relationship. Like, I did not know her outside of this business. And when I see her out in public, I'll like give her like a gift card or something to like Starbucks, because I always have in my wallet. Because if I see a customer or somebody who like knows me, I'm like, here you go, you can have this. Thanks for following me, whatever. But have those relationships with them. But put their names on their on your little paper. If you guys track your customers, I know Sam does like a tracker. This is just how I like to do it. I put it on my bulletin board right here so I can see it every single day. And then one thing, I don't know like your guys' religion or anything, I'm really trying to get close to God. And I told you guys I pray every single day. I pray over my team and I pray over my new distributors every single day. When I was going for triple, I'm gonna grab my triple right now. When I was going for triple, okay, so here's my, you guys want to see how crazy I ran out of boxes and I had to start writing them on the sides of my paper. But like every single one of these distributors, every single day, I prayed out loud to God that person's name. I hope that this business is for them and I want them to do good, whatever. If I knew them personally, like really good, I would pray specifically for them. And I'm like, Lord, please help this business be what they need. I know what they're struggling with because I make that connection with my distributors. I know their why, but have that good relationship. And then I thank God for every single one, all 87 of these loyal customers. I thank God for every single one. I said their name individually. It took a lot of time, but they all still have their auto ships. Maybe 1 or 2 maybe quit, but they messaged me. But when you guys are signing them up as customers, you need to tell them, I always say, I'm so excited. Here's your ID number, your password. Please, please, please text me when you get this product so I can help you with further instructions. And I had like 4 people send me, just randomly text me last month, a picture of them like half naked for their before picture. They didn't say anything else. They're just like, here you go. And I'm like, oh, hi. And they're like, here's my before. I'm ready to show you my after in a few weeks. Like, okay, but like have those relationships with them, you guys, because you're helping somebody reach their weight loss goals, their health goals, their skincare goals. I'm slobbering everywhere, but you're helping them. And you guys, if you've struggled with your weight, it's fun to have somebody on your side. Like with me, I struggled. I was really, really overweight, and I had the products and I know that they work. And if somebody is struggling, we can find a way to make them work because they work. When people say they don't work, they're not doing them right. They're probably eating McDonald's every day. They're probably not drinking water. They're probably taking one Thermofite X once every other day or something like that. But just be in contact with your customers it really helps having those relationships. And then the past few months, you guys, a lot of my new distributors have been customers because they fell in love with the products, and we have a relationship. Like we talk almost on a daily basis. Like we talk weekly, most of them, and they fell in love with the products. And I'm I'm like, okay, I'm just throwing this out there. Like I don't want to be pushy. If they don't want to join the business, don't join the business. But I'm like, you are obsessed. Like you've lost so much weight on these products. Why are you not promoting it on your page like I do? Why are you not doing this with me? You could make so much money. You could make just like a couple 20, like you make like a couple $100, whatever you want to do. And if they say no, they say no. I'm not going to keep reaching out. But like today, I signed one of my customers up as a distributor. I have 2 more customers that want to be distributors because they just love following me and they like my energy and that they know me. I'm not trying to be somebody else. So just be comfortable. Treat them like a friend because you never know. Like maybe they're going to be your next runner on your team. That's all I have. Bethany, do you want to say anything else to end us out? Okay. Oh,
I mean, I can if you want me to. So that was so good, guys. I hope that you guys all were able to take something away from this. It's so important. You know, we'll do these meetings all month. Make sure you guys are taking notes and paying attention. I know it's easy to be on and like still be on your phone. We all do it, sending out those messages, like trying to multitask, but you just don't get everything out of it when you do that. So I'm just so appreciative you guys for being on. I think that's it. We shared in the group chat that just here in about 5 minutes, Jade Hooper, who is an Ambassador Diamond, and she's amazing, like amazing. She is doing a Zoom with, I think, her newest Triple Nine, or her newest Prez. I think it's her newest Prez. Anyways, it's going to be so good. So make sure you guys hop on that too. If you need the ID, just reach out to one of us, but it was shared in the chat. So we just love you guys. I'm going to stop recording.